Gami Chicken launches its first supermarket retail range with Coles as cash-strapped Australians flock to convenient, high-quality, at-home meal alternatives. To explain the strategy, we have June Lee of Gami Chicken. What was the biggest challenge in taking Gami from a restaurant experience into a supermarket product?
The biggest challenge was actually translating a live restaurant experience into a retail product without losing what makes Gami Gami. In our restaurant, customers get chicken freshly fried, juicy, coated in sauce, and it's almost immediately after taken out from the kitchen. In supermarket, customer buys it in very different mindset. They take it home, cook it themselves, enjoy that home dining occasion rather than restaurant setting. So we actually had to rethink the product from ground up. That meant refining what value customer is looking for in retail, which is very, very, very different from what they're actually looking for in restaurant concept. Even cost size has to be different. What kind of occasion they may be having. Those simulation had to take into the consideration when we are developing a product. So we didn't want to just putting our restaurant product into the pack. We had to actually redesign for retail occasion for customer see the value from our product.
How are you approaching the risk that the retail range replaces restaurant visits rather than drives them?
It was definitely something I thought about very carefully, not just during the development of the product, but even before deciding to enter retail. But the way I see it is restaurant and retail played very different roles in customer journey. Our restaurant offers a fresh food experience with the atmosphere, and there's a social occasion attached to it. Retail serves a very different needs. It responds to convenience, home dining, and what many people now call fake away occasion. So given the economic environment, we felt it's much more important to respond to this market rather than ignore it. And what gives me the confidence was something I have seen many times before. For example, our customer, when we actually provide samples on the street or in front of our stores, the customer's reaction was incredibly strong. And once they tasted it, many times they actually came into the store. And that reminded me of very simple truth. We are in food business. The taste creates familiarity. Retail gives us the chance to create the first positive experience in more homes. So if we do right, it should not replace the restaurant. It should act as a kind of gateway to our brand.
How will you know if it is working?
You will know when you know is my simple answer. However, if I like that, look, we'll know from retail sales, repeat purchase, and customer response. But in food, familiarity matters a lot. When customers repeatedly have positive experience with our flavor and quality, the brand becomes more familiar, more trusted, more likely to become part of customers' everyday consideration. So yes, we look into retail performance, but the real test is whether it helps drive broader brand momentum, okay, stronger awareness, stronger connection with the brand, and ultimately more visit to our restaurants. So we'll look into those details and monitor them very carefully.
What is one thing you did not expect going into this that other restaurant founders should know before they try it?
What surprised me the most was how different it can be, where a customer's value perception can be once you move from restaurant to retail. And as a founder, many founders out there, it is very easy to believe that the value you intended to create is exactly the value customer sees. But retail teaches us very quickly that customers judge your products in a very different way. They're thinking about convenience, portion, ease of cooking, household occasion, price, and whether the product feels worth buying in those environments. That was very important lesson to me. The value you're providing has to evolve with the customer and with the channel. So my advice to other founders, if I can have it, do not assume your restaurant value proposition automatically transfers into retail. Be very clear about what problem you are solving for customers in that specific setting.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, June.
Thank you so much.
Again, that was June Lee, Executive Director at Gami Chicken. For more news, visit qsrmedia.com.au.